Welcome to Noise News, regular edition.
For this not-so-different edition of Noise News, we return to a regular form of broadcasting.
You know the drill. First, let's get into announcements. Regarding parking, the new lot is open. Please check your inbox for an email from the school about parking, which can answer any questions.
Yes, such great news. And make sure all Spectrum drivers know the expectations for parking.
In other news, you may have noticed a new face in our Spectrum counseling department.
More on that with Izzy and Bella.
Many may not know about the staffing changes recently involving Spectrum school counselors. We have had 2 new counselors, one at the middle school and one at the high school.
So far at Spectrum, it's been really a welcoming community. That I've had kids come in and just introduce themselves and say hello. And
doing well so far. Making sure I'm getting to both buildings since I'm at the 6th grade building and 7th and 8th grade building. So just making sure I'm using my time in both buildings equally. So adjusting pretty good.
It can be hard, but when you come to a new place, you have to adjust.
Yeah, I think it's been a really smooth transition having her come here. She's been a counselor before, so she kind of knew what to do when she gets here and that kind of thing. So it's been smooth. I've seen a lot of students coming over to her office, so hopefully, they're adjusting to having her here, and I think she's done a great job.
Connections are a very important thing to have, and sometimes they can be difficult to make.
Yeah, it's been great. I think, it's always nice to have another counselor to bounce ideas and concerns off of. And so it's been a smooth transition that way, too. She's been really open to not only feedback, but also, providing me some feedback. And it's been great. She's been a good coworker so far.
yeah, definitely. We have times to meet on Mondays to be able to meet and get to know each other a little bit through talking about students. We also have our staff meetings and things like that, so I am starting to make some connections.
No, yeah, definitely. The other counselors at the high school have been great resources for me and to collaborate with. Also, just our teachers here in the main office crew has been so helpful and been a good team to work with and helping me out when I have questions.
Our counselors are such great assets to all students in many ways.
Yeah, there's lots of reasons students can come down to the guidance office, and I know there is that stigma about seeing a school counselor, but we see students for all kinds of things. So it could be mental health, but it could also be talking about how to get your AA degree or things going on at home. And so there's really no reason you should feel nervous or scared to come down and see us, because we're just here to help you any way you can. And so sometimes it's academic and sometimes it's not, but that's all good too.
So I decided to be a school counselor because in high school I was struggling just overall with grades and just not putting myself, just seeing that I don't have a lot of potential in me, so no confidence. So I had a lot of self-esteem with that, and my counselor actually helped me realize that I can do better by providing me with resources, maybe putting me in the right classes that would help me feel successful in school, and getting me tutors also, because math was a big struggle for me. And so she just helped me a lot in checking in with me as well, and kind of gave me the realistic, you need to do this if you want to graduate on time. So she really helped me with that, and then that kind of pursued me to be a school counselor because she showed me my potential. That made me get to be successful in college, so I want to do the same thing for students as well.
The school counselors are so helpful and uplifting.
Know that, your feelings are valid, and that you're not alone in this, that everyone has these feelings, and there is so many ways to manage that feeling in life. And unfortunately, those feelings might never go away, like stress, anxiety, but there's ways to manage that and help with that as you go through life, because if you manage it and get through it, and it'll build confidence in yourself as well.
Yeah, I just want to let students know that I am a safe and confidential place to talk to. And if they just need a place to come here and calm down or relax or deal with anxiety issues or talk about depression or even just stuff that's going on in their life that's making them upset. I certainly want them to be successful in school, and so having a place to come and talk to someone about those issues can to kind of help them get back into the right frame of mind in order to be in school. That's why I am here.
It's just been really great working with the student body here at Spectrum. This is only my second year here too, and so I'm still kind of getting the reins of things, and so I know our students have been great with all the transitions, and they've just really been open to, coming down here and letting us get to know them a little bit too.
Our school counselors do so much for us every day, so make sure to show them your appreciation and say thank you. This has been Bella and Izzy, Noise News.
Thanks, team.
Our next story is about horses.
Sophie Jones, a Spectrum Junior, is an equestrian enthusiast. Take it away, Ellie and Ari.
Many students here at Spectrum are involved in many different sports. One sport in particular is more unique and involves 4 legs.
This is Phoenix. He is a quarter horse. We do show jumping together, so we're mainly doing hunters right now because we just started as a pair at the beginning of the show season.
For some, their journey started later on in life, but Sophie started her journey early on.
My aunt rode horses when she was a kid, so she was the one that started to get me into horses, which was over 10 years ago. I don't even remember what really started it. I've just always loved horses.
With Sophie starting her adventure from a young age, she has a lot of experience.
And then I started to have a trainer around 5 or 6 years old, and then I started riding English, Western, whatever was most interesting to me at the time, and then I did shows. I did a lot when I was a kid, and then my trainer moved away, so I kind of took some years off, trying to just figure out what to do and trying to find a new trainer. And then I found this place, and I started riding again, and then I found my trainer now, which she has brought me into show jumping, and she brings me to shows, and yeah.
With doing this sport full time, it takes up a lot of space on your calendar, but the work pays off.
It takes up my entire life. I am always here. It's very mentally involved. I can either be really upset when I'm riding, or it can make me really happy. And it takes up all my life, and I've basically dedicated my life to it. And it's exhausting. When I'm taking a lesson with my trainer and we're jumping courses, I'm I can't breathe, I'm sweating, it's a mess, but I wouldn't trade the world for it. So.
Thanks for listening. This has been Ari and Ellie, Noise News.
That was a great story. I wish I had horses.
Me too. Moving on to our last story for this show on people who play multiple sports and how they balance their time.
Take away, Joe and Teddy.
Sometimes playing a single sport is hard, but there's someone at Spectrum who does 2 sports in the same season. Nick Steinfeld plays soccer and football all in the same season.
I'm a kicker at football, so I don't have to do that much. I try to do as much as possible in both sports.
Playing 2 sports in the same season must be a hassle and must take a lot of time out of your day.
I play football for 45 minutes a day and then go to soccer practice when I don't have a game. And so that kind of works out.
That sounds like a lot. I bet he doesn't have a whole lot of time for homework with all of those practices and games.
I do my homework just at the end of the day after I come home from practices. It's 7 to 8 p.m. So.
Well, it sounds like he is a busy person. Now we're going to Sarah Smith's side of the sports, since she plays sports year-round.
I do volleyball in the fall, in the winter I do dance, and then in the spring I run track.
Ooh, playing sports year-round must be tiring and very time-consuming. So let's see how she manages her time.
I have always been involved in doing a lot of sports, and so I figured it out. I've learned how to balance my time well by learning time management skills.
It must be pretty difficult to play sports year-round.
I think it's difficult because I'm constantly switching things I'm doing, because when you think about it, volleyball is very different from dance, and dance is very different from track.
Now that we have heard the student side of doing multiple sports, let's go see a coach's side of coaching multiple sports and how he manages his time.
It's just finding time. Any open minutes you have, like prep during the day, you make a practice plan or your plan for your classes, and Sunday nights I'm making sure that I'm all ready to go for the week as far as teaching wise, and then coaching, you just got to react to where your team is at.
This has been Joe and Teddy, Noise News.
Awesome story, guys. One thing I like about sports is sports.
More on sports with Teddy.
Good afternoon, Spectrum. It's Teddy here with the sports news for this week. There are no sports this week, but our athletes are staying busy with their out-of-season practices. However, there is a huge event this Friday that I know all of you are excited for, the Powder Puff Game. Come out to the athletic fields at 6 p.m. to support the high school girls and get some free hot chocolate. Hope to see you there. That's all, folks. This has been Teddy with sports. Back to you, Aaron and Josh.
Well, Spectrum, that's all the news we have for you. This has been Aaron
And Josh.
keeping you
In on the noise.
So did you find a parking spot today?
I didn't. Horses. 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 Horses.
You know you're a secret horse girl.
Si, señorita.
Please check your email for an email.
I'm crazy.
And then we get fun bloopers like this. I love you, Elijah. With the Cheeto dust stained fingers.
Sweetie, get it together. Okay, enough about Teddy's grandma.
Then just read the ones in your head.